Old soul is just childhood abandonment in a turtleneck. That's all it is. It's wisdom wrapped around wounds that nobody tended. It's silence that got praised because your screaming would have made them feel guilty. That's all it's ever been. It's maturity you were forced into because no one around you knew how to be soft. You weren't born with ancient patience. That's not what you have. You developed ancient patience because neglect made time irrelevant. Because you learned young that waiting quietly hurt less than asking loudly. They called you wise beyond your years but never asked what stole them. They say you've been here before, but they never asked what made you come back so early. Because the answer might be neglect. Because the answer might be I never left. You were the kid. I can tell you what type of kid you were because it happens. It really is like this. You were the kid who didn't cry at the funeral because you were the one who understood too much. You never got grounded because you grounded yourself. You stopped asking for things. You made peace with crumbs. You got good at empathizing with people who never gave you a place to rest. Because it's mostly black folks who get this label too. It really is. Because in this world, black children don't get to be loud, messy, playful, soft, young without punishment. So old soul becomes the reward for being broken quietly. So we can be honest right now. It's how they made neglect sound poetic. That's exactly what old soul is. When your coping mechanisms dress nice and your sorrow doesn't stain their carpet. When your trauma comes with a warm tone and soft eyes, they never ask why a child's eyes don't flinch no more. They just call it grace. But grace without rescue is not spiritual. And I just want you to get this through your head. It's abandonment in a pretty frame that you hung on your wall and called identity. But it was just you being quiet enough to not scare the adults. So the truth about an old soul, right? This whole concept is that you're not even an old soul. You're a disinherited one. You're just an adult in every room you're entered because the real adults outsource their tenderness to you. That's all it is. You were told to understand everyone else's pain before you even knew how to name your own. And that's not depth, that's theft. That's a childhood that was converted into emotional labor and called intuition. It's spiritual child labor. That's all it is. It's a eulogy said in reverse as they bury their child still breathing and say it must be time that took them. So we can be clear, you weren't born ahead of your time. You were just left behind in everybody else's. That's all it is. And now they want you to carry that like it's a compliment. Like it didn't cost you softness. Like it didn't take your play. Like it didn't replace your giggle, your smile with softness. They called you an old soul, but really all you were was a premature ancestor. Oh, I'm telling you, it's going to be tangible in here. It's going to be tangible here. You were trained in silence, decorated in restraint, spoken of in reverence, and then never rescued. But never rescued. You want to heal? You're going to have to take that turtleneck off. I'm just saying that. You're going to have to take it off. You're going to have to admit that you're tired. You're going to have to be someone. You're going to have to let someone love the version of you that's immature, messy, loud, needy, brilliant, young, childish. You're going to have to say, no, I'm not wise. I'm just exhausted.